Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Sponsored by Ghostalware. And now, it's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Boom! Welcome to another episode of Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Miki, it has been a long time. Where have we been? Where have you been?
Who are you? I don't even know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
You've got a beard
old.
and everything.
It's going great. Miki, I have not seen you in forever. Where the fuck have you been?
I've been travelling the world. Well, UK anyway.
Well, potentially was going to be the world.
Possibly, yeah.
But I've not spoken to you since all that kicked off, like, because the last time I spoke to you, you were gearing up for New York. So what's happened?
There was incidents and things happened that made New York not possible, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't Joe Biden sniffing kids either. But no. Fresh.
Lemony fresh.
But yeah, so plan B was always Ireland and Scotland, which we actually had that in place at least once on our topsy-turvy roller coaster of a paranormal trip that we had booked for over a year. It was going New York, then Ireland, then New York, then Ireland, and then New York again, and then, yeah, Ireland appeared to us and said hello. So, you know.
So, who did you go with? Because obviously I've seen clips and I've seen bits, but I'm not something none of your friends have experienced before. So, who did you go with?
I went with my friend Mark from West London Paranormal, down in the old London of England. Yeah. WLP. Yeah, worked with him a couple of times on various hunts, and obviously we had New York planned, and we were going to go there and smash it. But unfortunately, we didn't go. But Ireland, we smashed. It was interesting. Obviously, you work with people, but you don't know how they live until you live with them, sort of thing.
How long was you away for you?
He snores like a fucking train. My God. Mark, if you're watching, fucking shut up when you sleep. But anyway, carry on. Sorry, what?
Right? That's the worst, isn't it, though? When you experience something and then you just, it's like a relationship, and then you find out their habits, and then you find out they don't flush the toilet, or they don't fucking close the bin, and then they fucking snore. I can't stand snorers. I can't do it. Honestly, I get so angry. Snorers are the worst.
What we can do, we can go through the trip as it went, as it happened, and the funny stories. If that's
free for all, mate. You start flowing, and I'll start listening. So
right,
away you go. Start from the start.
So yeah, the day before our flight from Heathrow, I went down to his house, had a kebab. Did you see that on our TikTok? Dads, Lads, Kebabs TikTok. Yeah,
I did
indeed. Boy. Yeah, got to do a kebab TikTok, ain't you?
Got it.
Yeah.
Was it a good kebab though?
It was alright actually. Yeah, not too bad.
Out of 10?
I like 7. I don't like them too greasy because it's like, ugh. But only if you're really, really hungry, and if you have chips with the meat, and it just drips onto the chips, and the chips are like, but
or you're drunk. You're drunk. Usually, when you're drunk, a kebab tastes like heaven.
I don't know what that means anymore.
Me neither.
I'm a good boy.
Drunk.
I'm a coffee man now.
Snap! What you got on yours?
I have nothing. Oh, there he is. Little man. Boom. Yeah. So we had to get up at 3 a.m. the next morning. He lives about 10 minutes from Heathrow, so that was all right. We parked up, got a little bus, and we went to Heathrow. Do you know what we did when we got into Heathrow? We got a flat white. Yes, we did.
Amen.
And yeah, we went through security very easily. Now, obviously, with COVID passports and all that shit that's going on at the moment, we were going to Ireland. So Ireland is separate from the UK because we didn't go northern. We went proper Ireland. Ooh, spooky. And But we didn't have to do any COVID tests at the airport, so that was okay. Plus, I couldn't do them anyway because I've had COVID and I won't pass the PCR test anyway. But anyway, that's another story. Yeah, we went through. Just before we got on the plane. Yeah. Oh, I meant to bring it down. I bought a cabin bag. You know, the ones with the handles that you pull up. Yeah. And a wheelie round. Yeah. Well. The fucking bane or whatever you say it is of my life, that fucking bag was. Every time I was pulling it too much, the fucking metal thing would fall out, wouldn't it? And it was normally when there's loads of people behind me, I'm in a queue and it just drops on the floor and I'm like, fuck's sake. I even did it on the plane. As I was stepping on the plane, I pulled it and it went blop. I went, oh fuck. And the woman looked at me, like the cabin lady on the airplane, and I look behind, there's some little Chinese lady, and she's looking at me, and I'm like, sorry me. And I had to pick it up, and I'm like, fuck me. And Mark just fucking ripped the piss out of me everywhere we went. It was a fucking nightmare. So yeah, we land in Ireland airport. Obviously in Ireland, at this point, everywhere you go inside has to have masks on. Very strict. Shops, food places, walking around, has to wear masks. Very strict. We went straight through. We had to find the bus because we'd booked a hire car and we were ringing them, couldn't find where we were going. Our company wasn't inside the airport and we were ringing. This is some foreign woman on the phone and she's like, oh, you have to go here, and we couldn't find the area. We phoned her like 3 times. In the end, we sort of found it and some bloke came and picked us up. Went through the process of fucking hiring a car. It's difficult, man. Have you ever had
process, is it?
Whoa, fucking loud.
Is that me?
Wow, fucking hell, you scared me. Stop shouting. Oh, yeah. Have you ever had a DVLA code?
Yeah.
No? I had to have one. I'd booked this car and you have to have a DVLA code to say that your license is who you are, it's clean, all that stuff. Couldn't fucking get it. Went on DVLA website, would not let me have it at all. So in the end, I had to pay €20 just to fuck that bit off. Fucking joke. But
you got paid to fuck a piece of legislation off.
Basically, yeah. The woman was really nice. When we got into the hire place, some bloke was having a row with her, screaming at her, some Irish, little fat, bald Irish man. And because the bloke who was checking...
I went my fucking shape.
Fucking was, mate. It was like that. And
I went my fucking car.
He brought his car back and it was being checked and there was ash inside. Apparently, there was ash on the door. And he said, I don't even smoke. But he was so angry that the bloke said, oh, you've got ash in it, come and clean it. And he's like, I don't smoke. How dare you accuse me of smoking in the car? I don't smoke. And he made a fucking massive deal out of it. And I'm thinking, yeah, you probably did. Because just go out and clean it. He said,
fucking smoke.
He just said, go clean it. And he wouldn't, oh, how dare you accuse me? It's like, fucking go out there. Done. Fucking hell. He was fucking 5 minutes. He was just fucking shouting at this woman. And I felt sorry for her. It's like,
how fucking dare you accuse me? I don't fucking smoke.
No, add an Eastern European accent on top of that. Mix it with the Irish, and you got it. It's quite weird. It's quite good. And yeah, we got the car. We asked for a little Fiat 500, yeah, but we got some Peugeot thing instead, similar size. And do you know the first place we went? Fucking Tesco. It's like Tesco and Costa right there in the car park.
You're never far from home, are you? Literally.
It was so nice.
Go, Costa, Tesco, Pure Gym. Do you know what I mean? Like, as long as they're in your local vicinity, you're fine wherever you are in the world.
Fucking too right, mate. Anyway, so what we had a castle, Redwood Castle planned that we'd arranged with someone on Facebook. And we were getting there, I think 7 o'clock she was supposed to let us in the gates. So we slowly made our way to that, obviously we had to buy supplies because we didn't have a hotel till the Friday, and this is like the Wednesday morning. And so that's why we went Tesco. We got loads of food, load of water, drinks and all that. Loads of shit food that wasn't good for my Atkins. And yeah, we slowly made our way down to the castle. We got there maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. And we just chilled outside. There's like a wall around it with a big massive gate where we jumped the wall and started walking around it filming and shit, which we shouldn't have been. But yeah. And the woman turned up late. It was like 7 o'clock. It's pitch black at this point. We were cold in the car making TikToks. Like you do. I got a phone call saying, oh, she's going to be like, she should be there by 8. There's traffic from Dublin. Obviously, she was travelling from there. Niall's playing with his Willie at the moment. And yeah, she let us in. We playing. Sorry, hello. He's like, what the fuck? He's texting his missus. I love you.
I've got a pen in my head.
So what are you doing with your pen? Are you sticking it in your Japs eye or what?
No, look, it's a cool pen.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? These little things, mate. Terrier. Anyway, interesting the story. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, the castle.
8 o'clock.
She was like 70 years old, this lady, and she was like, her dad restored the castle. It's well cool. It's like 4 floors, windy staircase. She had a room that she stayed in overnight, and we had the rest of the castle to ourselves. Fucking loads. No, don't think that. Hey, dirty boy. And it was a good. It was a good night. It was a good night.
I bet it was. Spit and rub.
I'm disappointed, Niall. I am disappointed in your naughtiness towards old ladies. But she was a lovely lady, but she weren't no gilf. So. Twat. Oh, he's frozen. What's happened to him? There he is. Yeah, so this is where the snoring comes into it. About halfway. Oh, we also got in the roof as well. That was fucking quality. Anyway.
Did see that.
Yeah. About 1 o'clock, 1:30, we finished, and we had these 2 massive like benches really that turned into beds. Pretty basic, but they were comfortable. So then we laid down. We had one each. In this massive hall with all flags and like castle shit in it, and I fell asleep really quickly. Shit.
Got the knights in the corner, fucking sword on the wall.
Yeah, that's sort of crap. And I fell asleep straight away, and then I woke up and I thought, what the fuck is that noise? I thought the fucking castle was falling down. It was like about 6 feet from me, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, and I'm like
his soul's leaving his body.
Are you fucking joking me? And I'm like, wow. Literally, yeah. I wanted to die that night. I didn't sleep. I did not fucking sleep at all. Obviously, 1 o'clock, and we didn't have to leave the castle till like 8:30. So I was thinking, 7:30, get up, because we had like a bathroom with shower and bath and shit in it. Not going to use it because it's full of leaves and crap, but we had a toilet and a sink and that. I think we had a massive fire as well that we kept putting logs on. I was fucking cold. I was listening to podcasts on my earphones. Could not get to sleep. He was so fucking loud. Then I became overtired. And I think I got up at like, it must have been 6:30. I thought, fuck this shit. I was shivering, and I had full hat, snood, gloves, big coat, trousers. I carried my fucking mattress thing over to the floor next to the fire, filled it up with logs, lit it, and I just laid there fucking shivering on the floor. He was still fucking snoring over in the corner, and I'm like, wow. And then I heard him get up, and he went to the toilet, and he looked over at me, and I looked up at him, and I was like, fuck you. I'm like, you fucking loud bastard. What? I had a good sleep. Fucking too right. So he went back to oh my God. He went back to bed, and I got about half hour sleep in front of that fire because I was so warm, and I was just like, oh, I'm so tired. and I think I had a half-hour sleep. Then it was time to get up, and I'm like, wow. I was due to drive that day because we had lots of places to go to. Fuck, am I driving? No fucking way. I haven't had no sleep. So we packed up the car and that, and he goes, I take it I'm driving. I said, well, if you want me to drive around Ireland with no fucking sleep because you fucking snore, then fucking fair play. I said, but we're probably going to die. He goes, no, it's fine. I'll drive. So, yeah, we went to McDonald's about 15 minutes away because we wanted to... Don't worry, we had so much shit on this trip. Went to McDonald's for breakfast. We parked up nice, empty car park, well good. Mark walked in first. Obviously, you got to wear a mask. I was getting my mask out of my my pocket. Walked in the door of McDonald's. Some little fucking chubber run at me, and she's like, "Get your mask on!" So what the fuck? I'm like, it's here! So fucking leave me alone!
Listen, you get your fucking mask on, right?
Yeah, I did Scottish then, sorry. You do Irish, yeah. And I'm like, fucking calm down. She fucking shouted at me. And she's like, are you eating in? And it's like, yeah, we allowed. There's fucking no one in there at all, empty. Oh, no, I fell over. And she goes, I want your COVID passport. Show me your COVID passport. And it's like, what? So I had to fucking find it and show her. So I don't even get that.
Show me your fucking COVID passport. I'm just going to keep bringing these little lines in just to...
Yeah, the effects for the show.
The effects,
yeah. And it's like, what the fuck? They do good fucking breakfast, though. You get like full breakfast with the pancakes and the syrup and everything. I don't know if you do that in England. I don't go to England.
They do that in the UK, mate, yeah. Them Irish...
England, you mean? Different. England, you mean?
Yeah, in England, I mean. They do it here. You know what I mean? The Irish get their shit from us, yeah? Listen, and then
or from America.
Adapt it over the fucking ditch.
But yeah, we went in there long, and it's like, fucking hell. I sat down, like, can I take my mask off now, or are you going to fucking shout at me again? So, and she just looked at me, and I'm like, fucking hell. You fucking stressy bitch. Calm down.
She works at McDonald's, man. What do you expect? No disrespect to anybody that works at McDonald's, but honestly, the only thing... They literally come in that job, and it's like, listen, rule number one of the job, don't you dare smile, right? You don't like people. You work at McDonald's, right? Don't like people. And especially if you're from Ireland, you give them shit.
Fucker, yay!
Thing is, you're going Northern Ireland. That's Northern. That thing there. Anyway, you got your breakfast. You sat down.
I was happy. I had a latte because they're flat whites, are dog shit.
Oh, they're bad. They are bad.
And you've had them on this show before, and I was very disappointed in you because I. Well done. Only thing now. Well done. Good boy. And so we left there pretty quick, to be fair, because we went hang around because she was a fucking bitch. I don't know if you've heard of Leap Castle. It's like Ghost Adventure's been there, and it's this massive castle on its own. And apparently you can go round there and have tours by some bloke called Sean, some Irish man. He looks like the bloke from the granddad from Dr. What's that fucking Brown Boys thing?
Mrs. Brown Boys.
Mrs. Brown. Yeah, the Brown fucking Boys.
Brown Boys. That's not a show, all right? That is not a show.
Mrs.
Brown's Boys. That's it, Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown. Yeah. That's her name, right? The show is based on the comedy
I don't watch it.
That person. Nothing to do with Brown Boys.
No.
So, apologises for Mickey's political incorrectness there.
Do apologise. Sorry. And he looks like the granddad apparently. Everyone was sending pictures on Twitter saying that's the granddad and all that shit. Mark said, go knock on the door then. Because it's just we were in his house. He lives there. And we weren't sure if they were doing tours anymore. And I thought, fucking, I don't want to just knock on his door if he's like, this is his house. And like, shut round. So I knocked on the door. And then I'm like, is he going to answer? And then it slowly opened. He's like, hello? I said, I didn't know what to say. And I was like, can we like come in and film stuff and do tours? And I'm like, what the fuck am I saying? Are you open? Basically, I was saying all this shit. It didn't make sense. And he's like, yeah, come in. And I'm like, all right. I'll be in a minute. I didn't know what the fuck I was saying. He's probably thinking fucking English twat.
Literally, you're looking like looking like a cameraman from one of the early years of the bend over videos. Can we come in and film? Right.
I didn't have any. My brain was fucked. I had no sleep. Don't forget, and I was like, It was like words weren't coming out in the right direction, and so yeah, we parked up and we went in. And I opened the door slowly, and he sat right at the back in his like big entrance hall, and a big fire going, and it was a bit awkward. We walked in, hello, and we went over to him, and he started talking and stuff, and he showed us his garden, like his conservatory at the back. It's quite cool. And then he goes, "Oh, what you got to do? You can go anywhere upstairs, go look around, take as long as you want." And I'm like, "Oh wow." And at this point, we didn't have our like camcorders or anything. And then he said, "Oh, can we film and stuff?" He said, "Yeah." So we went in there, stuck a pocket with fucking gadgets. We weren't supposed to, but we were going to do some fucking ghost hunting, man. That was our fucking plan, anyway. And so my Wi-Fi thing's come up.
Yeah, I can tell. Because you're all a bit spacey. Anyway, just while Mickey sorts out his Wi-Fi, Mickey's basically just going to elaborate on what Mickey's actually doing. He's telling us all about his trip. All right, while he's sorting shitty Wi-Fi out. If anyone can start a GoFundMe for Mickey's Wi-Fi, he really needs to get a better Wi-Fi. So, yeah. GoFundMe for Mickey's Wi-Fi. Anyway, I think he's back.
I think we're back. We're back. Are we back? Are we live?
We're back.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
We're live.
Yeah, so we went in there. We went upstairs, and it's like you see on the telly. It's like, oh my god, we went to the bloody chapel at the top, and it was good. We spent like 45 minutes up there with our equipment, ghost hunting. It's fucking quality. It was just like derelict upstairs, and like we went in rooms I think we weren't supposed to because there's like furniture and beds and stuff in there. But it was really good. And these two foreign birds turned up because anyone can obviously turn up and have a tour. So we thought, we might have to stop filming a little bit. And we looked out the window and we saw them come out of the car. And I'm like, ooh, hello. And yeah, I don't know where they were from, but yeah. Oi! When men are away, we like to look. And not Niall. Niall's a good boy. Niall doesn't look. He has his eyes closed.
Mate, seriously. But then again, listen. Tomato, right? You fucking, go on these little trips and you find foreign women looking out windows. Your wife goes on 4-hour car journey to buy plants. Same thing.
7 hours.
7 hours. 7 hours to buy a plant. But we won't mention that. I mentioned that Mickey's wife is literally fucking mental. Right? That she could buy a plant in the garden centre 4 miles away from her house. She went 7 hours. Anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's another story for another day. But yeah, they came up and it's like, what are we doing? Like, hurry up. They just looked round and we were sort of just like looking at them and they were walking round. Bend over.
Bend over's Full Housewives.
Castle edition. Dun, dun, dun.
They were so bad. I'm sorry to interrupt, but they were the worst movies ever. Literally. Just knock on some random. You did. Come on, yes, you did. Yes, no,
I've never seen a bend over video. I've seen other porn, but not that.
Homework, mate. Homework.
Homework
has been set. And
yeah, we finished up, went downstairs. And when we got down there, he was playing his little flute, like Irish music thing. And these two girls are sitting there watching him. And I'm like, okay, we'll just watch as well then. So I started filming him. Why not? You know?
Wait a second. So there were 4 people in the room watching an Irishman play fiddle.
Yeah. It's like...
Please tell me you filmed some of this.
I filmed all of it, yeah.
Actually, just for the listeners as well, obviously, when Mickey goes on his quest and stuff, he definitely vlogs a lot of it. Is there going to be a vlog coming out of the entire trip, or separate parts, or?
I have a little GoPro here.
How many hours of footage you got?
That has everything that is not official filming. So going to locations, the funny bits, all the vlog stuff in between.
They're the best parts. They're the best parts.
From the moment I left my house to get to Mark's house, in the airports, probably not on the plane, I don't think. But everything else, fuck ups at the airport, my bag broke, all that shit. Going to coffee places, and everything is in there. So yeah, there will be an island vlog from that, and also a Scotland vlog as well. There will also be... Oh, fucking hell. Don't. Next year. Because What? I'm a busy boy. I've got like 7 videos to make just of the locations I've been to. So I've nearly finished number 1. The castle. I'm doing them in order because I might as well. And yeah, we left. Sorry, that was rude.
That's fucking disgusting, man. What the fuck is that about? People don't want to be listening to that shit.
You haven't even got pants on, so shut up.
I have got pants on. What?
You haven't?
No, I haven't. Actually, I've got shorts on. I've got shorts. I would show you, but that just seems a bit weird. I'm not. No.
I got no pants on. But there you go. My ass is cold.
Filming, right? Filming.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
See, yeah, and
That's what it is.
yeah. So we left there, and we had to drive like 2-3 hours to get to the big one. Do you remember we mentioned the Hellfire Caves in High Wycombe, where the
graveyard.
No, the underground caves. Yeah, with Benjamin Franklin in Wycombe.
Yes. Isn't Ireland though? Especially where didn't you go to the well, where Halloween? Where's that come from? Where's that?
I think that's Northern Ireland. I think.
Fucking hell! You should have fucking gone there.
Yeah, but anyway, we were going to the Hellfire Club, which the story goes, yeah. They obviously had private members. They'd have women there. They would fuck them. They would torture them. They were like sex slaves. They had orgies there. They were doing like satanic shit. All that. Same as the hell.
Is it a good night?
Probably. No one invited us. And they obviously had illegal card games there. And one day, this stranger turns up. He gets invited in to play poker, yeah? So they're all playing around the table. One of the regulars drops one of his cards on the floor. So he bends down under the table to pick it up. And he sees hooves.
Hooves, I think.
Hooves! Like goat hooves.
Yeah.
And he looks up. Obviously, what the fuck? There's a goat here. He looks up and there's fucking Satan stood there. Then he vanishes. Like... So this is documented as well. Satan himself is supposed to have actually been at this location. And wow. So he's got his mute on. He's a dickhead. He's muted. Fucking.
So we now know that Satan is a regular card player.
He is. He plays poker.
That is a gambler. The fact of what we're going with is that now that Satan is a fan of Texas Hold'em. That's it, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Well, I never.
Fucking good. Fucker, yay!
A man, listen to this, let's just take this back to basics. A man with hooves for feet.
Hooves. Cloven hooves.
Cloven hooves, feet.
Can't even say that word, can I?
Go ahead.
Cloven hooves.
Likes to play poker. Sometimes partial to a bit of 21, and will sometimes even play Snap. This is what we're saying, is it?
Snap. Yes, I think so.
Well, that's just took all my worries. That's just took all my worries away, hasn't it?
Is your mind at rest now? It's all good?
It's definitely at rest, because if I end up going down instead of up, I am fucking sick of poker.
You're like, right, Hellfire Man, come here. I'll give you a game.
I'll even take a little poker set with me. Now I know I'm going down.
Hold it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, this place, we managed to find the car park. And it was a gated car park that automatically shut at 5 o'clock. We got there like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And we're like, oh, fuck, we need to be there overnight. And there was not really, it's like in a little village. There was nowhere to really park. So we thought, we can just stay in the car, because we were going to stay in the car anyway. So we had to walk about an hour up through the hills to get to the top, because it overlooks Montpellier Hill, it's called. And it overlooks maybe Dublin, I don't know. But it's amazing. You see all the lights and stuff. at night time. And we walked up there. There's a few people up there walking dogs, taking pictures. And we find... What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just sorry to interrupt, but I'm just baffled. I was like, literally, that's just got. I was like, Mickey's got an untattooed arm today. What's going on? He's got an untattooed arm.
Oh yeah, I hurt my arm in the gym the other day. Yeah, forearm and bicep there. That bit is proper. Can't really lift and it hurts.
Back to the hill.
Yeah, we got up there. We looked around. It's like an abandoned place. And I'll show you actually. It's all abandoned, like no doors, no windows, but obviously there's holes where they were. And what they is big glory holes, yeah, I suppose. In the daytime, there's like a metal staircase in between, like the different levels, which is pretty cool. Because in England, that'd be fucked. That'd be smashed, I bet. Because like, English people are like, and
this shit.
They would. It would be fucked, proper fucked.
It's all right, mate. You take your time. Our listeners here, they're fine to wait. You guys are all right to wait, aren't you? I mean, Mickey's just scrolling through his camera roll. Here he goes.
There we go.
Is that the place? Is that the Hellfire Club?
Yeah, that's the Hellfire Club building on top of the hill.
Doesn't really scream Swingers Hotel to me. You know what I mean?
No,
it doesn't really scream.
Doesn't, does it?
Do you know what I mean? I was expecting something a little bit more seedy, like some pampas grass out the front, a few flamingos.
Yeah.
Set the mood a little bit, and bend over his camera. Anyway, this is the place
where Satan has been and had a game of poker. But anyway, yeah. So we did our day film. It's fucking windy up there. Fucking blew Mark's camera out of his hand. It's fucking funny. And it was a tripod. It just went, woo. It's like, fuck me. It's like, trying to fucking stand up. Anyway, went back to the car. We had some food that we'd bought. Just chilled, making TikToks again. And we went back up the hill about 10 o'clock. We thought it's dark. We'll go up there. We made the trek up. And we weren't sure if anyone was in there, because obviously anyone can be in there. But it's surrounded by woods, yeah? And there's supposed to be a banshee as well. Like the screaming, ah, woman. And if you hear it, you're supposed to die. It's called the Banshee Woods. So that's an added bonus as well. And the woods were fucking creepy as fuck in the daytime as well. It's like, you can see the path through the middle of all the trees. And it's like, I ain't going in there. In the fucking day, let alone nighttime. Anyway, we decided to walk round on the mound to the hill. And that's so we could look back just to see if anyone was like, any lights in there. I was scared looking at that. It was like, I've never, probably once maybe, been scared in all my years of ghost hunting. I looked at, you could just see the outline of the building and the little slight dark patches where the windows and door holes were. And I was looking at it thinking, fucking, that's evil looking at us. I was like, I don't want to go in there. I was fucking scared. We did, yeah. I was fucking scared.
But did you take your torch, though?
Yeah, we had a red torch to make it look good. Yeah, of course I fucking did.
So I spent all that money on the torch and you didn't even bother taking it?
I did fucking use it, thank you very much.
Okay.
That torch is very handy on all the trip. So yeah, thank you. Anyway, we went in there. We had a look round. No one was in there, so that was good. We started doing various things in different rooms. And the plan was always to do a ritual. So we had bought firelighters and matches and all this shit. So what we did, yeah?
What you got to fuck with that shit for?
We wanted Satan.
Like, a couple of firelighters and have a wank.
We wanted Satan, yeah? So what we did, after we'd been there, like, I don't know, it was after midnight, we had a ring of firelighters and we lit them. But it wouldn't work because it's fucking windy up there. It was coming through the little holes in the building. So we changed rooms to a back room and we just made a big pile of them and we just fucking set them on fire. Obviously, the whole building's concrete, so it's fine. We weren't going to set fire to it. And then what we did, once that was lit properly, I got my phone out and we played the Lord's Prayer backwards. Man, that was fucking creepy. Yep, the Lord's Prayer backwards, very loud. And we were filming and we were asking Satan to come in and... We were fucking.
What do you think he's going to do? Just pop out the corner of his car. It's like, someone said burger. Someone called burger on.
You got to try these things, ain't you? That's what we're there for, to stir shit up.
No. That's the thing. You categorically don't have to try these things. You go there, you read a little bit of history, you read the story, take a few photos, a few videos, and you fuck off. You don't send around with your fucking pound shop firelighters and your fucking little clip lighter. Right? You just leave that shit alone. Right? This motherfucker wants to be left. Right? You might get to meet him one day. You might not. But you don't fuck around with that shit. I get it. This is your little realm. This is your little world. But mate, just let shit lie. Don't stir shit up.
Yeah. Finished?
Sorry, it's my rant over now. I don't know where that come from. It just come from deep within.
Whew. That's his own inner fear coming out. If he was there, he'd be like, no fucking way. Am I doing that?
Sensibility, mate.
Yeah. Thinking about it now, it was pretty dumb, to be fair.
Right. But the question is,
did
anything from any of the devices or anything, did anything materialise?
We had some good stuff coming through. Obviously, I haven't reviewed it yet.
Mister. That's not the question. Did anything materialise there and then? Did you shit your pants?
No, Satan didn't come out. I shit my pants in a minute. I'll get to that. So then we went outside and had a break and that, and we thought there's nothing else to do, yeah? And I said, maybe we'll finish now. And Mark said to me, no, you're not finished. Go do a lone vigil. I'm like, fuck off. We've just asked Satan to come in the fucking building, playing this demonic fucking chanting weird shit music, and you want me to go and sit in there on my own? He said, yeah. And he goes, can't you do it then? I said, fuck yes, am I doing it? Oh, man, I shit myself. I was slowly walking in like... And I sat in the middle of the staircase. But you see, while we were doing the ritual, I was recording on my voice recorder, and I hadn't played it yet. So my idea was I sat in the middle of the staircase, and I would play it back. Man, I fucking shat myself. I was sat there. I didn't want to look at... Obviously, the camera was on me, and you could just see stuff behind. I couldn't see anything there. It was pitch fucking black, and I was playing this fucking music, and I'm like... And I was hearing things behind me. No, it wasn't sexual. It's like, do it again.
Go on, me boy. Oh, mate. Every time.
And then
every time.
I was hearing fucking noises, and I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm not looking behind me. I was in there like 10 minutes on my own, and then I'm like, no, I'm going. And I fucking left. I didn't look behind me. I didn't look at nothing. I just fucking walked quickly. And I think the occasion got to me. I was actually physically scared of that location at night anyway. Fuck, it was fucked up, man. Maybe the history got to me, the stories. It's just a fucking creepy place. Obviously, we did the rituals there, which doesn't help. But
this is where but the thing is, you should have set the little ritual up. You know what I mean? Left the little tape recorder playing on a loop, put a trap cam there, and just fucking went for the night. Come back the next morning, picked it up.
Someone would nick it.
I don't think anyone's going in there, mate. I don't think anyone's as stupid as you.
Fucking should have slept there. Oh, no way.
Yeah, you should have slept there.
You wake up with fucking Satan teabagging you in the face, man. It's like...
Listen, right? You want to call it on, right? You want to call it on, you pay the fucking consequences, all right?
I know.
You don't call it on and fuck off. Right? No. You don't go to a top orgy location and then be like, fucking don't partake. Listen, right? If you're there for the party. You're not there for the filming.
No, yeah, the party. Partay. But
partake in the party. That's what I'm going to say, all right?
Yeah, I think we'd finished after that. And then we couldn't find the fucking way back through the woods, and I was getting fucking stressed. I'm like, fuck, it's pitch black, torches everywhere. There was a little signpost about this big that we knew that we were on the right place, and that was in the middle of bushes. And it's like, where the fuck did we come up? It's fucking nightmare, and I was getting stressed. It started to rain, it was pitch black, I was tired. It's like, fuck's sake. So we had to keep going back, trying to find the right way down. Eventually we found it, got back to the car, and it's like, oh, it's so cold. So then the plan was to sleep in the front seats and just lay them back and I'm thinking, fucking hell, he's going to snore again. I'm so tired. So we started eating food. After about 20 minutes, I'm thinking, oh no, it is happening. I need a shit.
Oh.
So, just letting everybody know, this car park that we were in, that we were locked in because the front gate is locked at 5 o'clock. This was like 2 a.m. And that had CCTV in the car park as well.
Oh.
So I had some wipes with me, and
Of course, obligatory.
Yeah, I looked for a good location to have a poo-poo.
A quiet little spot to relieve myself.
Yes, of the bottom area, and yeah, man, that was fun. It was pitch black. I was looking around, no camera on me. I was under a tree. It was actually quite. There was a few bushes in front of it. This was like in the actual car park bit, next to where cars would park if it was open.
The best way to do it is put your knees together, legs out.
No, I just
together,
squatted.
legs out.
I just squatted and fuck it. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't want to shit in my trousers, so I pulled them forward. This is honesty, real talk on our podcast, people.
Oh.
And it was a fucking good shit. It was a good shit.
Oh my god.
And then obviously,
Yeah, with your Mickey fucking whistling in the wind.
it's quite nice in my ass, like the wind blowing, a bit of rain under a tree.
Like an outdoor B-day.
On the grass. No, and then obviously got cleaned up. Yeah, put the wipes in a bag. Job done. I didn't pick the shit up though. I left the shit. I left the shit there because I'm not picking that up.
No.
Oh, this is. I'm picking it up. A dog can shit there.
No. Just a few tips for you, right? You get your heel. You kick a fucking hole in the dirt with your heel. All right, keep kicking until you've got a decent size hole. Shit in the hole. Put the mud back.
I covered it, but I didn't take it with me. It was covered.
Nice.
I'm not putting it in my pocket. Don't judge me, viewers or listeners. This is disgusting. Niall is making it worse for me now. He's upsetting me.
I'm not
making me feel
bad.
Making me feel bad. My ass is probably on camera.
More than likely.
Probably.
More than likely.
Yeah. And then I got in the car. I felt so much better. And then about half hour later, Mark needed a shit, so it was his turn. He went. You know what could you do? We were wild. What happens? I ain't shitting in a car. So.
Fucking animals. That's what you were.
Hey, this is where you get memories from. This is where stories are made to tell your grandkids down the line.
Very sure it's not, my friend. So that was the final part of that story, is the fact that you shat in a car park and then you moved on. Well, Mickey.
Afraid so. Yeah, it was good. Good times. Yeah. The next day we had a hotel booked in Dublin Airport, so we had to take the car back. That was all right. We cleaned that at a service station. All good.
Got the fag ash out.
Oh, we fucking hoovered it and cleaned it, everything at the petrol station, just round the corner. Because I thought that woman's gonna shout at us, but they were fine. Yeah, Premier Inn's fucking nice, man. We got there. We got there about 3 o'clock, and we were so happy. We were just like on our phones, recharging everything. We had a shower. We could go toilet properly, and it's like, wow, we haven't had this since Tuesday. So we were basically in the same clothes since Tuesday. Oh, since Wednesday morning. And it was so nice just to relax. We had food downstairs, and we had a meal in the Premier Inn. It was good. The only bad thing was we had to get up at 4 a.m. to get our fucking flight to Heathrow, because we had to fly back to Heathrow. And again, my fucking bag broke because I was pulling it. It's a fucking bag. Yeah, we landed at Heathrow. Had to wait like 2 hours until our flight to Edinburgh, because they don't do direct from Dublin to Edinburgh. Yeah, not really any stories there, apart from the fact that they had to check in our hand luggage because the plane was full already, which is a fucking ball ache. And some Indian family nearly took Mark's bag. If it wasn't for me, they'd have nicked his bag because they thought it was theirs, and they had like 50,000 fucking bags on their trolley. And I said, "That's your fucking bag over there." And he wouldn't believe me. I said, "Fucking come here and look at it, because you're going to go to Edinburgh with no fucking clothes or no bag or anything." But yeah, Niall's just like, what's he doing? He's muted still. He's being naughty.
I'm not
boy.
muted. I'm listening. Don't you worry.
It upsets me when I can't hear you.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I do
I know you can look at me. Yeah. So yeah, obviously went to Edinburgh. We had a hotel every night, so that was all right. It was good.
Right, but that's good. No more shitting in car parks. That's really good.
No more shitting in car parks. No. And our Premier Inn was, we were on like a retail park, so we had all the fucking shops that you could think of. We had 2 pubs there. We had bus stops right outside. It's fucking quality. We were like 20 minutes from Edinburgh.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, so we went on a tour of the vaults, Edinburgh vaults, very famous that night. Edinburgh at night time is so safe, man. Like a couple of nights we were there like 11 o'clock at night, just waiting for buses to get home. And you've got couples coming out of pubs like in their 50s, 60s. There's no trouble. All different styles of people, different colours, everything. And everyone's so nice. If that was Northampton, fucking hell, you'd be stabbed by then. You fucking would. We were waiting for this one bus that was actually cancelled. It was fucking ball ache. And this girl turned up in like all funny colour hair, big like coat, and she had a bottle of gin in her hand. She put her bag down and her gin down next to the bus stop, and she was like this, headphones in, and she was like,
Mickey was like, "My God, party!"
And she was oblivious to everybody. She was fucked out of her head, but no one cared. No one disturbed her. She was just in the queue with a bus, fucking chilling.
As the saying goes, dance like nobody's watching.
Exactly. And we went to Edinburgh Castle. We went to Greyfriars Cemetery while in Edinburgh. So Edinburgh was more like touristy stuff we did, more normal things. So it was good. It was a nice break from sleeping in cars and no sleep for 3 days. And
How long was you away for in total?
8 days. So Wednesday to Wednesday, yeah. Yeah, we come home. We landed about 6 o'clock the Wednesday night at Heathrow.
Nice.
Then had to drive home. And I got fucking stuck on fucking roadworks on the way. Someone had a crash. And it's like, fucking hell. It's my own fault, though, because I was going to junction 14 and it said turn off. I'm like, why am I fucking turning off? Fucking, I want 15. So I ignored it. I got about 20.
You want 15A, mate. That's what you want.
No, I want 15. I know where I live. You want 15A. I don't. And I was stuck in traffic for an hour and a half. There'd been a crash. If I just listened to my sat nav, turn off, go the back roads to Northampton. No, I know better. I fucking ignored that. And I needed a piss as well. We didn't fucking move for ages. But luckily, I had a bottle of Iron Brew in my bag that was in the car with me. So I out the window and got me knob out while I was stuck in traffic. Luckily, there was like lorries either side of me on the M1. And so you can't see nothing. So have you ever tried to piss while in the driver's seat? It's very difficult. It's very strenuous. It's like, oh, it's not natural. You have to piss.
I'll tell you my story in a minute.
You have to piss up. And I pissed on my hand, and I'm like, oh, fuck's sake. But I filled the bottle, and I was happy. And I'm like, oh, that's all right. And so I lobbed that on the floor, you know. And, I got home, and I'm like, oh, what a day.
What a day.
What a day. But anyway, over to you. That's my trip. I had a good time. Watch out for all my videos coming. Mickey York YouTube channel. That's right. Ta-da. So,
Mate,
your piss story. Come on.
Nothing worse is than being caught short, especially when you need a piss. Okay. My story is, I think it was a few summers ago. So I was, doing what you do. Summer, I had a clear out of the garden, filled all the shit, went to the tip. Obviously, the tip in summer, everybody's doing the same thing. Yeah. Massive queues everywhere. And I'm in the queue for the tip. And obviously, you know the one near Crow Lane, don't you?
I do.
they make you queue because it gets that busy. You can't even go in the tip. You've got to queue on the outside, on the right hand side of the road, and there's a big line of cars, and it moves like a fucking snail's pace. Anyway, literally went into the tip, and before I got to the front of the queue, like I'm talking to get into the tip, there's another queue inside. I was like, I need a piss, and then it kept going. I was like, I need a piss, and then it gets worse and worse and worse. To the point where I was like, look, there's going to be... Now I'm in the
I don't want to touch it.
At that point, if I was at this part of the queue, I would have just drove off, went for a piss and come back. But I wasn't. I was in the tip. So I'm in a one-way system now, in a queue. Like, cars are moving like at a snail's pace, not going anywhere. And I'm just like, it's getting worse. And I was like, at this point, I was like, seriously, I was just kept thinking about my bladder. I kept like thinking about it. And I was like, I don't think I've ever needed to go that bad. Like, to the point where I was like, right, looking around me for anything I could find. So I found the bottle, right, and I am literally, like you said, in the driver's seat, trying to get an angle that's an even flow, because otherwise you can't do it like this.
I was in the dark, don't forget. I was in the dark, so it's more difficult, but yeah.
So I'm like this, just trying to get a gentle down, because no one can see me. Like, everyone's all the way over there, and no one's this side. There's a fence here. Anyway, so I start going, but the queue starts moving. So I'm like, release the clutch a little bit and just start moving forward gently. Anyway, so I'll stop, and I'm like, okay, stop now. I'm in traffic again. Anyway, so I do it, get it out, done. Job done. I think, right, sweet. Sit up, put the cap on, put down. I'm thinking, I'll just chuck it in the tip. Anyway, I'm just looking out the window. Up above me is a spiral camera that is facing directly on my fucking window screen.
On your pee-pee!
But then I'm thinking, do you know what? I don't care. Like, you gotta go. That's for me. Like, you just gotta go. I can't. If I need the toilet, I'm going anywhere, and I'm not prejudiced about even for a shit. I'm not prejudiced. If I've got to go, I don't care where. If it's a hole in the ground, I will fucking drop and go.
You fill it.
Oh, I'll fill it, mate. Yeah, fill it. Like toilets for me. No, I'll go. I mean, like public toilet, I will hover, but I won't. I won't let touch the cloth.
Oh no, don't touch it. No, you squat.
You squat. But yeah.
Oh,
no,
wow.
it's one of them things. It's one of them things. Hey, I see you're wearing a fucking Spartan hat. I have not seen a Spartan hat in ages. Stevo the Madman. Oh my god, what a legend.
Stevo the Madman. Respect.
I think this guy deserves a shout out, because actually, do you know what? He got me through a lot of years, especially, and he kept me busy for a long time. You know, I think his Snapchats was one to watch back in the day. Even now, I still watch his Snapchats, but back in the day, I'm talking, you know, back in the day when he lived in the flat and his headboard and he's like, you know what I mean? Literally, the family meetings. The family meetings for me were the best.
Yeah, it's called a family meeting. Yeah. Oh, not again.
Family meetings. And the fact that as well, you never saw Emma. You never saw her.
No, still don't know what Emma looks like. Has that ever been released?
I know. It's not. It's not been released.
Fair play, Stevo.
Oh my god. Stevo and Nige as well. Man like Nige when he used to rip into him. His outfits, man. His outfit choices.
Trying to help him. His little hair.
But you know what? Stevo, man, he was so giving though. Every time I used to see his videos, he was always giving them something, or just giving the boys something, especially like football boots, or you know, when he used to find stuff. When he would find stuff like in the hallway and that, or bikes.
And he'd take it up and do it up and fix it. But it'd stay in his back garden bit, wouldn't it? He'd never fix it. Fucking quality. Oh, I need that for later. Yeah, brilliant.
Well, Emma's cooking when he used to
Jamaican
cooking. Seasoning. Oh my god, man. Stevo, do you know what? If you ever get a chance, and I know you're a busy man, but I'll tell you what, if you ever get a chance, I think we just need a bit of Stevo appreciation hour where we could have a chat with Stevo and just
get him on the podcast.
He is the rags to riches story. Like he for so many years, he'd done everything for everybody else, where he was helping everybody else out, and he was, he was doing content. I mean, look how much he did from Nige. He took him from here, literally took him all the way up. And do you know what I mean? I think some people like that, like especially the social media world, he started on Snapchat. People should have been paying to watch his stuff because it was like a TV show towards the end. It was, it was. Oh, mate.
Well, he's got his show now, hasn't he? Stevo the Madman, like a proper mini series on Snapchat. Yeah, it's quality. So anyone's listening or watching, go find it on Snapchat. It's very easy to find.
What makes me so happy about that though is the fact that, like, he's now done what he said he was going to do. Like, he's
save money for the house. Yeah,
he did, and he did it. And then, do you know when people say they're doing it and you don't really know if they're doing it, but he did it. Like, he went from, where they lived, and they lived in a nice place in like a nice flat. And I imagine in London it was London where they lived, I think. But I imagine it wasn't a cheap ordeal, and he was always it was raw, it was uncut, there was no edited. He'd walk in with his phone sometimes, even his family wouldn't be into it, but they would literally, he'd turn the vibe, wouldn't he? Oh man, Stevo appreciation, Stevo the Madman appreciation, man, I tell you. And I'd love to get in touch with Stevo. I'd love to have a chat with him, especially Nige as well. And
man like
Nige, the group of them, African Evans. I can't remember Skilly.
Yeah.
Is it Skilly?
Has he still got his sushi shop? The restaurant? Has he still got that? Stevo, you still got your restaurant?
Stevo, the restaurant is still going.
They used to go there every day. Oh yeah, he's moved now though. I don't know where his house is, so maybe someone else runs it.
I reckon he's closer to our direction.
I think so. Yeah, I think a certain shopping town is where he is now.
Shopping town. What are we talking? Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I may be wrong.
I'll tell you what. Steve, we're not far, so if we ever get a chance, man, just to link up and say hello, and just a thank you, really, would be really nice, Yeah. So, Anyway, people, thank you for listening to another show of Dads, Lads, and Kebabs. It's been a while.
What the fuck is that?
Is that a coffin?
Is that a coffin? Is that a 5 foot? Is that a 5 foot fucking coffin? I fucking think it is. With fucking Dracula in it.
You're taking the piss, mate.
Fucking Dracula in it.
Boy, you gotta go dark, man. Fucking Halloween's done. Put that shit away. Is that one of your souvenirs?
Wait there.
Oh, here he goes. He plugs it in, doesn't he? He's gonna plug it in.
No. Your torch. There you go. Stake through the heart, the teeth.
What a cunt.
Full body latex.
Alright, jeez, don't go sexual on it, man. Fucking hell. Every time. All the time.
I didn't even buy that. I was at my mum and dad's for a week for various reasons, and my missus shows up at the door and said, "Oh, I've got something for you." And she gives me this. I'm like, what the fuck? Cheers.
Done,
she seen it. She saw it on Facebook, on Marketplace, and she thought I'd like it. So now I've got a fucking 5 foot Dracula.
Very fitting. Very fitting for you.
In my office, yeah.
This is, do you know what I mean? No holds bar on this show, people. No holds bar. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all soon. We're not going to leave it as long next time. Obviously, you guys don't see this because you see the episodes as they're released. But listen, I'll tell you what. It's nice to see you, Mickey. It's nice to have a chat. And obviously, the big Christmas is coming soon. So watch out for some surprises, people. Watch out. And stay blessed. Stay humble. Peace out.
Bye.